What's going down, AMD family? Today, 21.9.2 goes live. We're going to be taking a look at the benchmarks, the patch notes, and seeing what is the better optional. My name is Mac here at the MacGyver7 channel, and today we'll be dissecting the Adrenalin software. If you're newer to the network, hit the subscription button and accompany it with a notification bell, and let's go ahead and scroll into it. There's a little bit of a sneak peek of what we can see what's going down over here. Time Spy in the 4K department shows that yes, this driver is not insanely going to overpower anything, but it's about dead even, and we'll look at the stability and the support that it's going to add. The highlights are up. World War Z, Aftermath, Diablo 2, and New World, all of which will be getting a buff to unlock and utilize. Now with Diablo 2, they're boasting a 13% increase on the 21.9.1 versus the 21.9.2 with utilizing the 6700 XT. Now, on top of issues that we will be looking at that have been fixed is Radeon software, the CPU additional metrics section, and the performance bar missing sometimes now has been fixed. And there is a new chipset, and I have tested that out, and we'll be doing a chipset driver upload very shortly after this one. So AMD community, get excited. Came out right around the 13th. Wanted to make sure that the Windows driver synced up and it was running smooth to get a very good outlook of this chipset driver. But on top of what we can see that it has also been fixed inside of there, you can see that the compatible error messages when they attempted to load the previous save in the turning profile, also on top of the what happening for as far as the Hitman 3 on some AMD cards like the 6800 XT may experience some issues alongside the shores being missing. But again, these are issues that have been fixed, and the auto overclocking and the Radeon software missing inside of the 500 series is in the 6000 series all come into like a wrapped up portion of it. So the 5000 series and 6000 series are the ones that are affected by this, and the known issues. OBS still makes a presence on its list, as you can see, for as far as the recording sessions and the applications. Something may be running a little bit more power intensive in the background. For as far as drivers and the timeout and experiencing inside of the streaming videos and the AMD Production 500 series, as well as the software crashes unresponsive to DirectX 11 in PUBG. Horizon Zero Dawn has some crashes when relating to the 6700 XT and hadn't syncs with the black screens occurring for as far as the configuration and experience, and the enhanced workaround is to disable the sync. On top of that, for as far as the Radeon performance and the metrics and the intermittent report of higher than normal clock speeds. So, and that's something that they've always done throughout the years. And I feel like it's just part of their software OS. We're really not going to see anything super crazy. But what we have seen changes in the background, which I've noticed for the actual profile, is they made a new loadout where you can kind of just hit undervolting, overclocking, overvolting, you know, that OC, getting overclocked. And it's a little bit more easier to digest. It's finally starting to look like the software that we all wanted to see UI-wise, at least. So I'm pretty excited about that. But when we go back over here, we see the new drivers not doing too hot for as far as beating the scores of last time. But I mean, for a switch over, added support, nothing super big added, and some fixes, it's more of stability. And I don't see anything wrong with installing this driver. Now, personally, if you have an issue, you can always roll back to a DDU. But for scores, sizing up, it's only by a few points that it's coming short. And the newer drivers on the right, older driver on the left. The same situation continues down the line for as far as the DirectX 11. You can see that the graphics points just tango around each other, but nothing super major for increasements or decreasements. The continuation of that is driven home with DirectX 11 in the 1080p department as we step away from the 4K and see that there's physically really not a lot changing. Now, there's a few points lost, but it's not anything to cry about. Now, I will point out on the very last one that the graphics do increase on the newer driver, but you can see that there are some physics scores that couple the portion of the combined score. That's really where you're taking the step back from. The combined score really takes it back, but with coupling with that physical score, that and the graphics actually do get a nice little push forward in performance. Even though it definitely says it beats it, but yeah, you know, it's a tiny bit better. But end of the day, should you install this? Yeah, it doesn't seem like a bad driver. Personally, myself, it was very clean, quick, didn't run into any issues. But I always GDU clean install mine. That way, it's completely a nice playing field to test. Now, for most of my AMD community, there is a new chipset, and it definitely does support Windows 11, as where a lot of the newer graphics cards that are coming out are starting to trickle into that newer OS of an operating system that do choose Windows over Linux and other OSs that you can possibly just mix up in today's technological installation process. But as we look forward to looking to the new horizons of the graphics cards and what they can give us for gaming performance, you can always hit that subscription button to find out future updates as they roll across my channel. I'll bid you guys and gals adieu, and I will see you in the near future for a new chipset driver, so we can see, well, should you install it back to back? Well, stick tuned, and you'll be surprised to find out you probably should. I'll see you guys and gals in the near future. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll see you there.